Hey everyone, I know there's some controversy about caffeine usage in athletes, so here's some information to help you if you have any questions. Some benefits of caffeine use is decreased pain and perception of fatigue, which allow for training at higher intensities, and it also allows athletes to engage in longer strength training sessions. It improves performance in endurance and sustains high intensity training or competitions that last longer than 90 seconds. It increases body coordination, ability to focus, and concentrate and sustain training intensity. There are also some disadvantages of using caffeine when you're an athlete. One, which is a really big one, is it's banned by the NCAA. Also, depending on what kind of caffeine or the source of the caffeine, there's unlabeled or unclear amounts of the banned stimulant, which can result in serious health condition or death, depending on how much is ingested. It can cause gastrointestinal issues, nausea, shaking, and it's also addictive. So if you have caffeine and then you go without it, you definitely can have withdrawal, and some of those symptoms are irritability, fatigue, depression, insomnia, and increased blood pressure. And also, if you don't consume enough fluids with caffeine, it can negatively impact your thermal regulation in athletes that have to work out in hot temperatures. Some athletes that may benefit from caffeine use are triathletes. They need something to keep them going since they have such a long competition. The NCAA guidelines on caffeine is, like I said, it's a banned substance, and you can detect this with a urinary caffeine concentration exam. If your urine has more than 15 micrograms per milliliters, it results in a positive drug test, and this is compared to an athlete drinking about 6 to 8 cups of brewed coffee 2 to 3 hours before competition. So basically, watch what you are ingesting. Some recommendations based upon current research. There's the amount and timing. It has been stated that you should consume 2 to 6 milligrams of caffeine per kilogram of body weight 1 hour before an endurance training session or 20 minutes before high intensity training. The form of caffeine matters. The amount of caffeine in energy bars, gels, and medications are standardized. So if you are making your own coffee or stuff like that, you can't quite measure how much there is, like the amount of it. Also, food first. Caffeine does not replace your meals, so make sure you definitely have a good meal before ingesting any. And usual habits. Athletes that consume caffeine regularly may not notice improvements because their body's used to the caffeine. But if you're going to have a competition coming up, decreasing caffeine intake 7 to 10 days before may actually help maximize the benefits of caffeine intake. And then individual variability. Not everyone gets affected by caffeine, so if you are planning on using caffeine before competition, you should probably experiment before the day of, okay? If you have any questions, I found a lot of information online, so good luck.